Okay, so as we look to this story and beyond this story, because it goes so much further than that, what does this mean? A heartbreaking discovery for a community, for a country? What does it mean for searching unmarked graves in our province? For more, I'm joined by NDP MPP Sol Mamakwa. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Melanie.
Thank you so much for joining. We just played one clip here from a survivor of that residential school. And it's so very powerful. You've noted previously, when we hear these numbers, 215, 751, these are lives. These are lives that we have to remember, and families. So when we hear these discoveries, what is sitting with you?
You know, there's a lot of, to be honest, hurt. There's a lot of, it's infuriating. Yeah, you feel anger. The unspeakable horror, the unspeakable truth. And that's what Indigenous people live with. They live with the trauma, the oppression, the colonialism, and we see how it kills people. So, and I think it's very clear. We want to be able to move forward. And I think one of the things as well is FSIN Chief Bobby Cameron said yesterday that we had concentration camps here. And we did, and those are the residential school, and I stand with him when he says that. Canada must own up to its role in the genocide against Indigenous people in the country. And I mean, yeah, and what that means is, Canada must divulge all its hidden records and make the churches do the same, because the world is watching.
So you attended a residential school. You're a survivor of a residential school. You've been very outspoken for years about what is actually happening, and there's seems to be finally some movement here. The province announcing $10 million over the next few years to search former residential schools. Is that enough, and do you believe what is expected to be found will be found?
It's going to be these searches are going to happen. They're going to happen on repeat, and it continues to. The numbers that we see are, they're not just numbers. They're actually, children, and we need to be able to. I think in moving forward, we need to be able to change the trajectory of thinking of the people in Canada, the people in Ontario, on what was Canada built upon. And it's so critical that all the resources, all the resources be, to find our loved ones, to bring them home. It should not be just a budgetary item, confined to the federal, the 27 million, the 10 million in Ontario, with nation, we cannot be fighting over the fund. We need to be able to move forward and change the trajectory of the thinking of the people across Canada. This is the real Canada. This is what Canada was built upon, is, on genocide.
As we speak about this, we are a few days from July the 1st, Canada Day. We were having this discussion on the show earlier on how this day should be marked. How do you think it should be marked? For me, it'll be hard to celebrate Canada Day. And it'll be, but I think, yes, I think a lot of people should, in their own way, but also it's important to acknowledge what this country has done to Indigenous people. It's important to recognize, the children from Kamloops, the children from, Cowessess First Nation. It's important to acknowledge that, and that's what Canada was built upon. And it's so important to acknowledge those, no matter where you are in Canada. MPP Sol Mamakwa, thank you for your time today. We appreciate it.
Good to be here, Miigwech.
All right, 7:11 is your time right now, and we continue to have this conversation. We ask that you please do join in as well at Breakfast TV. You can always tweet us right there.